Hi, happy Thursday. I'm Tom Laskowski, the director of Midwest Native Skills, the survival school here in Northeast Ohio. I welcome any new people. We're here every other Thursday giving a live streaming. Today's topic is going to be essential oils, uses and benefits. But as always, we start out with a little brief introduction of the school, who we are, for those new people joining us. We're a school, again, in Northeast Ohio, and we teach outdoor wilderness survival. I always start out saying we love our military, but we don't teach survival as the military do. They tend to teach with equipment, and we teach more how the Native Americans and the pioneers taught survival, with what nature provides. So this way, you carry less on your back. In fact, we carry nothing at all. And we try to teach all your survival skills that just keep in your head. So when you go out in the woods, you just use what nature provides and can live off the land, just kind of like Daniel Boone, Simon Kenton, and all those old-fashioned pioneers did. We expand a little bit from survival into more of the home-based survival. Being self-reliant in your home, and we'll teach you sausage making, soap making, cheese making, and then we have our edible medicinal plant classes. We do 3 of those a year. In fact, we have an edible medicinal fall plant class coming up on September 12th. So if you live anywhere near Northeast Ohio, we have people from Pennsylvania, Indiana, Southern Ohio coming up to Cleveland for the one-day class. It's on a Saturday, September 12th. Starts at 9. Goes till 4 in the afternoon, and we'll teach you everything that's growing and drying and going on in the plant world for the fall. Other classes coming up, we're going to have another moonshine making class. We just had one in August that was real successful. We have another one on September 12th. It's on a Saturday. It's just going to be a half day. We'll tell you everything you need to know about making Tennessee moonshine.
Dates are wrong.
Pardon?
You gave the plant class and the moonshine class on the same day? I
did? Okay. Well, the plant class is September 12th. The moonshine class is September 19th, the following Saturday. So that's a correction. It's like I said, it's going to be just from 9 to 12. And actually, we can't legally teach you how to make moonshine, so we're going to teach you how to make alcohol for adding to your gasoline, gasohol. That's legal to teach you, but it's the same process. So to stay legal, we'll call it gasohol, and we'll ask you not to make it to drink, but it's the same process. So why we're here on essential oils, aromatherapy, and all that. So first, let me tell you real quickly how I got started into essential oils. I always thought it was for basically girls and women, essential oils to make your house smell good. But a couple of years ago, I was talking to our neighbor, and I was only having trouble sleeping, not sleeping good at night, always waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and all that. And Michelle told me, hey, you should try lavender. And I had my Fitbit. It was brand new back then. I was seeing I was only getting 3-4 hours of good night's sleep. So she actually gave me a diffuser, this one here, which I bought one of my own, and gave me some lavender oil. And so I just said, I'll try anything. So I tried it, and that very night, according to my Fitbit, I was getting 7 hours of good sleep. I tried it a few more nights, and I was getting 8 hours, 6.5, 7. And then I gave the diffuser and the lavender oil back, and within a night or two, I was back to my 3.5, 4 hours of sleep. So obviously, there was something to this lavender oil. So I did a little more research, and then I took some classes. I took a 60-hour class, became a registered aromatherapist, and then I took a 200-hour class and became certified. So I took all the classes, and it became real interesting. And the most astounding thing to me is aromatherapy, even though it has the name of aroma, means smelling, in it, is really not about smelling. It's getting the essential oils in your system. That's 80% of it. Smelling it is part of it. The components of the essential oils, which is the essential oils of plants in your system, that's where it's doing the most good. So with that said, start off with some of the basics. I'm sure some of you, if you're tuning in, you've played with some essential oils before. for. And you might wonder, well, why does the price vary so much and things like that? First of all, I'll give you a real quick way to test if it's truly pure essential oils. If you get an essential oil, get a white piece of paper. If you put a few drops, if there's nothing left, it's pure essential oil. If there's some kind of residue, there's some kind of problem. But the reason it varies so much is that you get different yields from different plants. For example, if we do orange peel, you have a few acres of oranges that they get the essential oil from the peel of the oranges. You have a lot of oil in that peel. It's a pretty thick peel. You can imagine there's a lot of oil in there. Versus lemon balm, or another name for that is Melissa. Well, lemon balm is it's a mint. You've probably seen it around, lemon balm. It's in the mint family. That's just a thin leaf, so you can imagine how many leaves you need for that. Same thing with rose essential oil. I have some numbers here just to kind of baffle you. 5 milliliters. That's not very much. It takes 10,000 roses to get 5 milliliters of rose essential oil. So now that's the rose plant. If you want to talk about the petals, because they have to press the petals to get that rose oil out, you need 242,000 rose petals. That's a little less than 250,000 rose petals. Now, I don't know who counted these rose petals, but that's the numbers we have, so let's just believe them. But that's a little under 250,000 rose petals to get 5 milliliters. That's why rose essential oil is several $100s for 1 ounce of it. Lemon balm, to get that 5 milliliters, that's a little bottle about that big, you need 43 pounds of the lemon balm leaves. That's quite a bit. So the lemon balm, the rose, is pretty expensive. Now lavender, we all use lavender. Like I said, that's relaxing. That's a pretty common essential oil. It's kind of does everything for you. It relaxes you. It does a lot of good things. But that's relatively inexpensive. You can get that for maybe $10 for a 5 milliliter. You only need 1 pound of lavender leaves, which is still a lot of lavender leaves, but lavender to get your 5 milliliters. So that's why there's a pretty wide range of things for the price of that. By the way, I appreciate all of your support with our classes and things, but on our website, I just put up some of my essential oil blends. So if you're interested, this is my little advertisement, if you go to our homepage, go right down to featured products. I just put this up yesterday. You'll see essential oils, and I have some blends, and we'll talk about blends toward the end of this, but you can see some blends in there, and you can be assured that anything that I make, I use all 100% pure essential oils, and that's pretty important. I use them myself for our family and for all of our friends. My main concern is quality. My second concern is price. So quality is number one, and then I look, price is secondary. I'd rather have the quality and worry about price second. But all of my suppliers, the people that I buy my oils from, also supply the Cleveland Clinic and Johns Hopkins University, so you can be assured that they're tested and retested. Okay, let's talk a little bit about how you can diffuse these essential oils. 2 main ways. You can diffuse them in the air, and you use diffusers for that. I have 2 diffusers here. This is the one that, one very similar to what my neighbor gave me. And basically what you do, you take a top off of a diffuser, take this off, and there's a reservoir inside here that you put water. It's nice to put a distilled water or water that's been filtered from your tap or something. You fill this up to a fill line up here, and then you put about 3 or 5 drops of your essential oil or essential oil blend in here. If you're going to bed, you could just put lavender in here. Put your 3 to 5 drops in here. You would put this on, and this gets plugged in to the wall, and then the little button on here, 1 click is continuous, and second, it goes on for 30 seconds and off for 30 seconds. And that much water would make this steam comes out of the top. It would continue to go for about 8 hours. So that would be all night it would go. If it goes continuously, it would only go for about 4 hours. So you would put this on, and you're going to get this steam coming out here, dispersing throughout your room. So like I said, you could just use lavender, or there are benefits to get a blend, and we'll talk about that in a bit. Another type of diffuser, same principle, only this one has LEDs in it, and this is a see-through, so you're going to get LED colors, so it looks a little prettier. Again, has your reservoir in here. Fill this up with water, put your drops in here, put the lid on, and it's got the button here on the side. Press that, and this you can choose your colors, and it has 8 different colors. So 1 click it'll be red and be continuous. 2 clicks you can choose your colors. 3 clicks it'll be on for 30 seconds, off for 30 seconds, and you can strobe through the colors, or it can go through a multitude of colors. So you have those types. The other way you can use essential oils is put them directly on your skin. However, essential oils, the pure essential oils, are too strong to be put directly on your skin. I want to repeat that. Essential oils are too strong to be put directly on your skin. So we need to dilute them. If you buy a cream, or sometimes they come in roll-ons, or different ways to put them directly on your skin, they are diluted to about a 3% concentration. So how do you dilute an essential oil? Pretty simple. Here are some of the essential oil blends that I carry. This is a 1 gram container. These are the ones you'd be purchasing off my website. This pure essential oil, you would put this in the diffusers. But if you wanted to make this to put on your skin to get into your system, you have to put it in what they call a carrier oil. A carrier oil can be something as simple as olive oil, same kind of oil you cook with. You can use other oils. For example, I brought out here some other carrier oils. Coconut oil makes a good carrier oil. Grapeseed oil makes a good carrier oil. Emu oil. You probably saw, who is it, Joe Namath? Not Joe Namath. Who's the baseball player? He's on there TV all the time with his blue emu oil. Okay, blue emu oil. The emu oil itself is good for your joints. There are essential oils that are good for joint pain. So what you might want to do is mix up some essential oils that are good for joint pain, rub them directly on your skin, but you can't put the essential oils direct because they're too strong, but you can use emu oil as the carrier oil, so you get a double whammy. You get the essential oils helping your joints and the carrier oil of the blue emu oil, so that would be better. And then you can use this almond oil. So these all have properties. Some will soak into your skin faster, and we'll talk about that a little toward the end. It doesn't really matter what carrier oil is. Some soak in faster, some soak in slower, some help your joints. Most people just use olive oil. You can make it simple.
I have a question.
You have a question?
So what's the difference between smelling essential oil and eating the herb?
Good question. Concentration. The way essential oils are made, you take, let's use rose for example. You take the petal, and you take, what did I say, 242,000 petals, and you put it, it's kind of like making moonshine. If you ever tune into my moonshine, my stills back there. You take the petals and you distill all the oil from the petals, and you concentrate it and concentrate it and concentrate it. You concentrate it so much that it's actually going to burn your skin. That's how concentrated the oil is. And that's what you're using to diffuse in the air, which is why you have to dilute it before you put it on your skin. You take just a rose petal and chomp down on it in your mouth, you're getting the oil from that rose, but you're getting 1/242,000th of that oil. So, but the essential oils are just so much more concentrated. So, that's the difference. Good question. Okay, so what do we do? Pretty simple. You have this concentrated essential oil. Where is my dilution chart? Here it is. So we want to put it on our skin because we can inhale it, and that's one way of getting it. But I said, let's get it into our blood system. To get it into our blood system, you can dilute it and say, we're going to do it easy. Make it simple. We're just going to use olive oil. Same stuff you cook with. So you take 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and this is on the website where you can buy this. Just scroll down on that page. It gives you all of this, so you don't have to write it down. 1 tablespoon of that olive oil, or any of these carrier oils. Doesn't matter what carrier oil is. The formula is the same. 1 tablespoon, you put 24 drops of the essential oil in. That gives you a 3% concentration. That 3% concentration is safe to put on your skin. Where do you put it on your skin? Well, you can put it on your pulse points here. You can put it on your temples. But the best place to put it, and you're going to laugh, is on the bottoms of your feet. Sounds a little kinky, I know, but that's the best place to put it. Bottoms of your feet has the largest pores on your body. So by rubbing the essential oil in the carrier oil on the bottoms of your feet, will get it into your blood system the quickest. When I'm at a show, I tell people this, and they look at me like I'm a little weird. So I always have an onion there. And so I ask them, have a seat. Take off your shoes and socks. I take the onion, and I slice the onion, and I hand it to them, and I say, rub this on the bottoms of your feet, and tell me how long it takes before you taste an onion taste in your mouth. They look at me kind of strange, but it's kind of weird, so they try it. It takes about 13 to 15 minutes before they'll actually taste an onion taste in their mouth. When they do taste that onion in their mouth, now I have their attention because it surprises them. So now they think I know what I'm talking about, so they'll listen to me about essential oils. So you can try it yourself at home. Just take an onion, cut it, rub it on the bottoms of your feet, and see how long it takes before you can get an onion taste in your mouth. About 13 to 15 minutes. So if you want to get the essential oil, the benefits of it, rub it on the bottom of your feet. Or just take my word for it, and you can make this 3% solution, rub it on the bottoms of your feet. So if you don't want to make a tablespoon of this oil, say you want to make a smaller quantity, 12 drops in a half a tablespoon will still give you a 3% concentration. 6 drops in a quarter tablespoon, or 3 drops in 1/8 of a tablespoon. And like I said, on that web page that is selling the blends that I put up there, gives all these percentages. You can even go to a 6% and just double the amount of drops in those tablespoons. 6% isn't going to hurt you. That's a pretty strong concentration though, but you can do that if the 3% you feel isn't strong enough. I wouldn't go much above a 6% solution though. But these are ways to get that into your system, and that's one of the better ways to get the benefits of the essential oils. Okay, now let's just talk essential oils, some of the benefits. Just a couple. I was thinking, okay, well, what should we talk about here? Peppermint is a good example. What can peppermint do? And there are so many essential oils, and there are so many things they do for you, it's impossible for really any one person, unless this is your really focus of your entire life, to know it. So I always refer to my books here to remember what they all do. But peppermint is really good for stomach problems, for nausea. It's a great fever reducer, physically for an energy booster. So again, if you want to boost in energy, you can make some of this. You can put it in the room if you want people in the room to have a little energy boost. Maybe on a Saturday, you want to get some work done around the house. Maybe you want to put some peppermint in a diffuser, and everyone in the house would have an energy boost. If you just want to have the energy boost, mix it in that carrier, put some on your pulse points up here, or rub it on the bottoms of your feet. That'll give you the energy boost. And you can do this a lot because it's peppermint oil. So that's one of the benefits of the peppermint oil. Headaches, you probably know this. Again, for headaches, specifically temples and even on the back of the neck here. Just take some of that, dilute it, rub it on both sides of the back of the neck here. In about 10 minutes, you should feel some results. So peppermint oil is a good one to have around. Lavender oil, real good one to have around. The lavender kind of cures everything. Another good one I picked out that I'm thinking that you might be interested in is rosemary essential oil. That one, just keep in your bathroom. If you're the type of person that likes to take a shower in the morning, put about 3 to 5 drops in the bottom of your shower. Don't put it right by the drain because it'll go right down the drain. Put it in the back of the shower so it kind of wafts up. That's just like having a cup of coffee in the morning. The rosemary is a good waker up in the morning. So you can do that. If you're a soap maker, and we'll have one of these sessions on soap making, you can even put a few drops in your homemade soap. Now make sure that you color the soap so you make sure that you're only using those bars of soap in the morning and it's not using that in your evening bath because you'll have a hard time going to sleep with that. But again, rosemary is good for that. It's good for recall. It's good for enhancing memory functions. And it's great for respiratory problems like cold and flu. So there's a lot of different things that individual essential oils can do for you. However, there's even more benefits if you mix essential oils together. And that's where the blends come in. Again, what I did after I took a lot of my aromatherapy classes, I went through the various essential oils and found out, okay, which ones were specifically beneficial for a certain condition. Now, a lot of you probably heard of something called Thieves Oil. Those of you that didn't, back in the 15th century when the bubonic plague was happening in France, as legend has it, there were some thieves that came up with a concoction that protected them from the effects of the bubonic plague. And what they could do then is go and rob the dead people, take their jewelry and things, and not get the bubonic plague. Well, according to the legend, they eventually got caught, and the king gave them an ultimatum. He was going to put them to death or spare their life if he would give up their formula, so the king could save his family too from this deadly disease. So they gave up the formula, and it's now known, and it's all over the internet. It's not a secret formula anymore. It's called Thieves Oil. Well, you can use these same oils, the same ingredients, and I made it into an essential oil blend. And that's one of the oils that I offer on the website, and there's other places too on the net you can buy it. It's nothing secret. But it combats, the 3 things it really helps is fighting bacteria, fungus, and viruses. Come COVID-19, terrible virus. Okay, so now you can make this Thieves Oil yourself. You'd have to go out and buy all the oils and stuff, and there's a certain percentage you mix them together with. But what we're doing at our house, we have the Thieves Oil, and this happens to be the bottle I put it in. This is a 1 gram bottle. It roughly contains about 90 dropper drops, and here's the dropper, of the Thieves Oil. And we put it in our diffuser, and it diffuses around the house. So that's going through the air of the entire house. So it's, in my opinion, I think it's probably helping kill any COVID viruses that might be getting into our house. Now, do I have any documentation on this? No. Did I do any scientific data gathering? No. But I'm thinking it's not hurting things. It also helps boost a person's immune system according to all the data I read. So, it smells rather nice. Now, you can also use this. You can mix it with cleaners if you're cleaning a surface, like put it in some of the alcohol for doing your hands. You know, instead of just straight Purell, you can put a few drops of the Thieves Oil in there. That's kind of a booster. So, there's many different things you can do. The next one, if you go down on the website that I think people might be interested in, is Lucid Dreaming. I'm not sure how many of you ever had lucid dreams, but they're the extremely colorful, the very realistic dreams. They're not the nightmares, but they're the fun dreams that you wake up and go, wow, that was really cool. There's different ingredients you put in. Mugwort is one that is really known for dreams, and that's one of the main ingredients in this. Again, for this, I'm not putting this on my skin. This is one that gets diffused in the air. Another one for meditation is clary sage. That's also in this blend. And there's cedar, helichrysum, and sweet orange. And they're in different percentages. And if you do take a certification program, you can find out how much you put in. And you're probably wondering, well, how much do you know how much to put in? Is it just a guess? Or is there some scientific process you go through? And there's actually a process you go through. When you're dealing with essential oils, they've came up with a system, and they call it notes. A top note, a middle note, and a bottom note. And that's how long the scent lasts. And you can try this yourself at home. The top note is, and we're talking about an audible note, it's how long the smell lasts. So a top note would be a smell that is something you'd smell right away, but it doesn't last a long time. Middle note is going to last longer than a top note, but it will fade away. And a bottom note, naturally, it's going to linger for a longer period of time. So if you want to try this at home, good experiment to try. Get 3 cotton balls. You're going to need 3 essential oils. And the ones for this experiment I would suggest is sweet orange, lavender, and sandalwood. Sweet orange is your top note. Lavender is your middle note. And your sandalwood is your bottom note. So you put some of the essential oil on each cotton ball and put them out on your counter. Right away, you're going to be able to smell all 3. They'll all blend together nice. It'll smell nice. Then leave your house, run some errands. Do this on a Saturday, so you're running around. And when you come back in a few hours, you'll still get a little bit of that sweet orange, but it'll be pretty much faded. But you can still smell it. You'll still smell the lavender, and definitely you'll still smell the sandalwood. That evening, the sweet orange will be pretty much gone. You'll have a hard time smelling it. The lavender will be faded pretty much. It depends how well your sense of smell is, but you probably can still sniff it a little bit, and the sandalwood will still be there. You go to bed, wake up in the morning, sweet orange will be gone. Lavender will be pretty much gone, but the sandalwood will still be there. So that's how the notes are there, and that's how they kind of judge them. So you want to mix these notes and things, so that's how you kind of judge how you mix these all together. So, but all these in this Lucid Dreaming, all of these essential oils have something to do with lucid dreaming, either keeping you awake, relaxing you, stimulating your brain for the dreams, or doing something with making your dreams have more color, more vividness to them. So you get all these essential oils together in the right amounts, and they seem to really enhance. With the lucid dreaming, I've also noticed less is more. I've tried in a diffuser 3 drops. It worked great for me. I tried 7 drops. The effect really went down to so less is more in this case. The other one is a motivation blend. Saturday, sometimes you just don't have the motivation, but you got all day off, you want to get stuff done. This motivation blend was lavender, lemon peel, sweet orange, cinnamon, and peppermint. And again, they're not all equal amounts. They vary quite a bit. And so this blend is, you want to get stuff done, you have a to-do list, this is the one to do. Now, this is the one that I like to put on either my skin, or better yet, you know those Vicks inhalers when you have a cold, those Vicks things, you unscrew them and you put them in your nose and inhale one in each nostril, a couple of sniffs. At the bottom of that page too, you can buy refillable, empty inhalers that I have that you can buy. They're cheap, they're under $2. What you do is you take them apart, and they have a cotton little insert in them. What you do, you take this, where's my motivational one? Do I have it here? Maybe I didn't bring it out. you take the motivational one, you put 15 drops on that cotton little ball, put it together, and use it like a Vicks inhaler. So 2 hours into the morning, I feel I'm kind of getting less motivated. Unscrew it. Put it together. I'm motivated again. Time to clean the gutters. So that's how I use that one. You can use the diluted part, with your drops on here, on the temples. If I'm in the house or Cheryl's doing housework, she can diffuse it in the house. But if I'm outside, I usually use the inhaler or put it on here. So, liquid Ambien. Again, that's to relax you. The two essential oils that are great for relaxation: lavender, Roman chamomile. Two of the best. The other things that will help are wild orange, vetiver, and frankincense. We have
I have a couple questions.
Couple questions. I love questions.
So
I'm stealing Cheryl's water.
first, Wendy made a comment about using peppermint oil for her fibromyalgia. Can you put essential oils on fabrics like pillows and sheets?
Especially if they're pure, since they leave no film, no mark, no nothing. Yes, you can. Lavender is the go-to. If you say, gee, I want to go out and buy just one essential oil, get lavender. That's going to be relaxing. That's the go-to for everyone. But that's like saying, hey, if you want to feel better, make sure you drink 8 ounces of water a day. That will help you feel healthy, but there's other things if you want to feel healthy, like taking vitamins and, getting enough rest and there's a lot more. So
we do have a comment that eucalyptus and spearmint for stress and anxiety.
Yes. Yes, eucalyptus, spearmint, like I said, I think that's in my blend, but I do have a blend specifically designed for that. But once you start doing this, and people say, well, I want to get into this. It's fun getting into. My stockpile of essential oils, I now have about 145 on a thing, because when you're mixing these, you need all the oils, and you might not need them all the time. But when you're buying them, and like I said, some of these, when you buy them in a couple ounce quantities, they're $40, $50 just to have them. So you have a board with 145, and they're, between, some are cheap, $30, and you get some that are $120 a bottle. You multiply that out, it's an investment. So, but yeah, I have a blend. I'll post that one. Stress and anxiety. Thanks for the questions, though. But the liquid Ambien, I have one, and about this, and I have to be, I say this, not to get in trouble with the government. The government is very strict on saying something is about making claims about something being anti-cancer or a cure or anything. So I am not making any claims about this being anti-cancer, and I'm not making any claims about this being a cure. However, this Tumor Be Gone one has frankincense, bergamot, eucalyptus, thyme, peppermint, chamomile, clary sage, and lavender. 2 years ago, our puppy, for those that know, Ani, had a tumor. It was removed. It was a big tumor. It was like huge. And the vet for that kind of cancer gave her 3 to 6 months. I did the research and came up with this blend. And it's been 2.5 years. And now the tumor did return, and but that's 2.5 years later. Now, it could be coincidence that she made it this long. It could just be good luck. It could be a lot of things. But I do give you the formula here. I do have the blend here if, God forbid, you ever need it. I'm not making any claims, but it's here just for your information. But other things are for depression, frankincense, ginger, ylang ylang, lavender. See, lavender comes up a lot. Lavender is good, and bergamot. Now, when I'm saying banish depression, what am I really saying here? It's boosting your serotonin and your dopamine in your brain. those essential oils, essentially, they're jacking up those two chemicals in your brain, which banishes depression. Feeling good, same thing. The banishing depression, those I just mentioned, are stronger to boost the dopamine and the serotonin. The feeling good is also raising the dopamine and serotonin, but it's also working on other parts of your brain. So the feeling good isn't quite as strong, but it's still putting you in a good frame of mind other ways other than the dopamine and serotonin. Diabetes, again, this is not for those people. I have one here that uses oregano, cinnamon, melissa, cumin, and fenugreek. Again, it's not for the person that needs medication. It's for the person that might be taking their blood sugar. It's starting to creep up. You're getting concerned. You really don't want to go to the doctor, or you've been to the doctor, don't want to go on the meds yet. This is a natural way when you're thinking, okay, I'm starting to watch my diet. What else can I do? Essential oils might be one thing you might want to look into. And this is just one other thing. You're watching your diet, and you're trying to do your best without going really heavy. And weight loss, this is unbelievable. I really like it. I combine this with another trick I use. The trick I use with plants is making a chickweed tea, 3 cups a day. That with this essential oil, and in the essential oil, it's pretty simple. Grapefruit's the main thing. Grapefruit kills your appetite, and I use this with the inhaler. So anytime before lunch or dinner, just a couple times in each nostril, it kind of kills my appetite. But it's grapefruit, bergamot, lemon peel, peppermint, cinnamon, and ginger. Pretty simple. And like I said, all these are on that page there. I'm giving you what's in there. I'm not giving you the exact percentages, but these are what's in there. I'm not trying to hold secrets from you. But those are the main essential oils. So those are the ones I have available. I am going to give the class. I'm going to give this class, like I said, I'm putting it together. You can come here to Northeast Ohio to take the class, or we're going to try to get it virtual. 2 ways to take the class. It'll be around $50 if you just want to take the class, sit in and get the information. Or you can get an entire kit with 17 essential oils, all 100% pure, therapeutic grade, dynamite essential oils, plus books on it and the whole kit, which will be at a discounted price. It's like a $200 essential oil kit for like $150 or something like that. We're going to give people a break. So you can take it 2 ways. You can just get the information, or you can get the information and the whole kit. So that'll be coming up in October. We just have to get the logistics about this virtual class and all that. So we'll post that on Facebook. It'll be posted online and all.
So can you use these essential oils in making your own home cleaning products instead of chemically scented?
Oh, yes you can. I can post that also online. Yes, you can, and it's pretty simple. You just put the stuff in. A lot of stuff you're going to put for cleaning products is going to have to do with lemon things. I have those formulas down. Again, too much to keep in my head. I will post that on the Facebook page. But you can. And it's great for cleaning carpets. I'll also post a carpet cleaner. And that you just mix with baking soda. So you get a big container of baking soda, put the essential oils in there, mix it up, sprinkle it around, kind of rub it in with a broom, leave it sit for an hour or so, and then vacuum it up. And don't even vacuum it up good. You want some of that baking soda to stay in there. We'll take pet odors away like you never believe. Okay, we're 1:45. Are there any other questions out there? I don't want to take up too much time, but essential oils are great, guys. But remember, they're great for your room. I use a trick. I don't know if any of you ever came to my plant classes, but I usually put some essential oils in the diffusers, Home Sweet Home, And I've had more than one person come up to me at lunch or something during our plant class and go, I came here and it just feels so homey here, or this feels real good in here. So you can use this if you're around Christmas time. There's essential oils. You can, just make your house feel a little more Christmassy. Put pine in, put, different things. Put cinnamon, apple. Make your house smell a little more Christmassy. You can do a lot of things just to give people the atmosphere. So there's a lot of things you can do other than just health, well-being, kind of fun stuff.
All I got.
That's all you have? Well, that's all I have. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any other questions on essential oils, like I said, give me a call, give me an email, or put it on Facebook. And look for those answers for stress and anxiety and those cleaning solutions, because I should have both of those up by 9 o'clock tonight. Thanks for tuning in. And again, appreciate your business and supporting me in Midwest Native Skills on our classes and the products we have. And if you have any suggestions on what we can do better with the school or better with these live streams, we're more than happy to, because we want to continue making the school better and better. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you 2 weeks from now. We don't have a topic yet, but we're sure waiting to hear what you have to say about it, because we'd love to talk about what you want to hear. Have a good long weekend, and be safe.